Welcome to Flory Models Daily Show. Here we are on Friday the 26th of August 2016. Another month almost gone. Where is this year going? So thank you for all the feedback on the show. A couple of things. First of all, mini art. Loads of you have been saying really have a look at some of their other armour. It is absolutely fantastic. As I said, it's one of those things. I'm not really an armour guy. I've got into it over the last few years, to be honest, but certainly mini art, from what I've seen, various bits and pieces, has always been very good. But that tank, the SU-85 really jumped out at me. That is absolutely stunning. But a lot of you have been in contact overnight and everything and basically said have a look at this tank, because they're all really good. So who knew? I didn't, I must admit. So it's well worth having a look at some of the mini art armour. It looks to be absolutely fantastic. The other big question that has come up is about my aerial on the 190. Now what we were talking about is this guy. Okay, so obviously we did the 190, the aerial on the back. Now this is the thing, if I come around the other side I can point. So what we're talking about is this bit here. In fact, can you see what we're talking about? There we go. Is this aerial here, all right? Now this has got the blown canopy on it, which means it's like the dome one. There's another one and it's very much a straight one. Have I got one of those? No, I haven't got one here. Okay, now the thing is, I've had loads of messages from people saying about you've got the aerial wrong, it should be slack. Now this is really weird because I've had other people who tell me no, it's correct because it has a tautner inside. Now there seems to be a bit of a confusion about different canopies having different fixings. When I originally was going to do this one, I was going to have it loose because I thought as a canopy rolled back it would take the tension out of the cable and it would obviously sag a little bit. But then when I checked online yesterday morning before I fixed it, I actually went around quite a few sites and various bits and pieces and I couldn't get a definitive answer from anyone, because a lot of people have got it taut, as I've got mine. Some people have got it obviously slack. It does obviously difference on the canopies. The only information I could find is the one that had the straight always had it taut. The blown one has it loose. That's on the A variant of this, the 190A, like the A8. But this is the F version. And it looks to be, when I was looking around, that a couple of them that I could see actually had it taut, even though the canopy was retracted and the blown top. And we're a bit weird because I've had about 3 people message me saying it's wrong, you need to have it slack, which is fair enough because let's face it, it's a 2-minute fix. All I've got to literally do is slacken this off. Okay, so 2 ways of doing it, which is probably my easiest one is I'd super glue an extension onto this, or I just cut it off and start again. So it's only a 2-minute job to do it. But the thing is, the F version, from what I can see, has got it taut, even with the blown canopy. I don't know, because the F version was a slightly, was the updated later version to the A, if that's where the confusion is or not. So what I need really is somebody to tell me definitively which way round it is, because looking at the modelling world, which is how I do most things, when I'm not sure, everybody's got a different version. Some of them have got it slack, some of them have got it taut. More people seem to have it taut, which, if I'm honest, with the blown canopy, than have it slack. So really, I am not sure. Whichever way, it doesn't bother me because I'm quite happy to say I've got it wrong and I'd fix it, and we could just put this in by doing it taut or loose, whichever way it is. But the thing is, as I said, I've had literally a handful of you say no. It popped up, somebody posted it on the forum, and I said, well, on my references it's showing it's not. It's really hard to find a wartime version of this, of an F8. There isn't many pictures of the F8 version out there. There's plenty of pictures of the A8, and it shows it obviously with the canopy with it sagging it up, but F8 is really hard to find. And the couple that I did find, although it's very hard to see the cable, you can still make out the little dots in there, and it looks like they're in a straight line to me, although you can't see the cable in the picture. Okay, so I'm just not sure which way round it actually goes. I don't know if this is because of the later version of this one they put a tautner into it, or they didn't. So anyway, if you have got a definitive answer, there's no point just saying, well, I've read it on some other forum, and I need somebody to actually give me positive proof here of which way it is. Once I've got it, I'll change it to that way. We'll either leave it as it is or we'll change it, but I'm just waiting for somebody to come up with something ironclad, because to be honest, a couple of you on the forum, you've sent me links to photos, but actually that's the A version, this is the F. So obviously I don't want to change it until I know it's wrong properly, then obviously I'll change it. But in the meantime, I'm just going to leave it as is until we can get some definitive proof on that one. So there we go, that's this morning's question, little dilemma for you and all the rest of it. Thank you for all the very kind feedback on that. As I say, you're probably going to be 2 weeks away from that because this morning I'm actually going to be starting on the tank, which is quite nice. I've got a couple of bits and pieces to catch up on, but we've done the review for the MiG. We spoke about that yesterday, so technically that's out of the way now. And then, so what I want to do is, it's just coming up for 10 to 10 now. I want to spend a couple of hours preparation, doing all the bits that, you know, normally you don't see, but obviously I have to do the box art photos and the various bits and pieces to set up the system in the main site and get everything ready for it. And then once we've got all that done, we can actually make a start on it and move through properly. So I'm going to do that this morning so we can get all the photos and everything in place, and then hopefully I can crack on with it. As I said, this particular build is going to be slightly different because it's going to be a case of just get it together. There's not going to be any of this sort of sub-assembly. To be honest, what we were doing with the 190, this is going to be more solely focused on, right, get it together, get it in as a whole, and then we're going to go around and obviously do the painting and weathering and all the bits and pieces like that. So really looking forward to that one. And then at lunchtime, what we'll do, we'll go over to the actual computer, the new one that's working still. And then what we're going to do is have a look around the forum, have a look at some of your great work, have a look at some of the SIGs, some of the group build work that's going on at the moment, and everything else like that. So there we go. Let's get on with it. Hello, welcome to Flory Models. I'm Flory. This particular build we're going to be doing is the Chieftain Mark 10. Okay, well, this morning's gone very well. Wheels on armour, it is my nemesis. It used to be tracks, and it is going to be tracks again because, to be honest, it's a bag of tracks, but wheels, road wheels and all the rest of it. The only thing that's nice with these is there's no actual sort of centre seam or burring with them, so they go together pretty straightforward. Seem to overcomplicate. I can't understand why some of them are the way they are and the others are just like moulded in one. What's the real difference? But hey ho, I'm sure someone knows. So far we have literally, we're doing this bit here, which is what we've done. So we've made up the road wheels, no problem with all of those, the cogs. Little thing, and I mention it in the actual video build as well, it's funny there's no polycaps for these. So it's a bit like these idlers, you know, the sort of return wheels, that they are such a loose fit. I know, like, they're very thin, but they literally just fall off, you see, so it's a bit weird how those go on. I thought they should do with a polycap inside those, and like the drive sprockets could do with a polycap inside them as well. But needless to say, we've done these as well. We've actually got the main wheels, so in theory, somehow, these will all double up now. We've got these and these, so I assume that they have got little notches in them, so that they can go back to front. And I'm not obviously going to put these together because we're going to paint them, but they'll go in there like that. And then technically, let's just have a quick dry fit on here. That will go on there, that will go down there, and then obviously we'll put the other one on, and that's done. To say, quite a lot of work purely because of the cleanup, taking all the parts off the sprue and everything else like that. So far we've actually gone through basically the entire sprue just to do those. Well, that's the wrong one. That's the one still to do. So yeah, one whole sprue just to do those. So by the time both of those sprues are out the way, we've literally just got these bits left here to do the rest of the entire build. So it just shows how quickly this is going to go together. We've got one little annulment in the actual instructions about removing that little hatch area or little bolt system on there. That's got to come off, but usual thing. All the colour callouts are in MiG, but that's not a problem, we can transfer that across. But apparently these are wrong, purely because, and I must admit I can confirm because one of our nice members has sent me some photos, that the Berlin Brigade were all identical. The tanks were all exactly the same, purely to confuse our Russian friends that how many we actually had. So all the tanks were identical and painted the same way, so they couldn't tell exactly how many tanks we had. But especially down here on the underskirt, down on this area here, the actual paint call out is completely wrong. So I don't know, color info and profiles by MiG. Well, apparently MiG, you're wrong because they're not like that. Anyway, so we've got that one as well, and the zombie tank, which is quite good as well. So going along very, very nicely with that, I'm going to do a few more bits and pieces onto it just to get me up to speed. So we've completed that section. We've completed sort of page 1. As soon as we've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the orders. I'm going to get those out to you and everything else like that. And then we're going to go over to the actual forum and have a look around at some of your great work. Hello and welcome to the Flory Models Forum. Here we are again. Just going to have a look around some of the bits and pieces that are going on. Okay, so usual thing, just to remind everybody, because still get a little bit of confusion. Remember, if you want to watch us streaming live, just go down in here, and that's our live streaming area. Just click in here, and that's our player. Obviously, we're not on air at the moment, so it will come up saying we're offline. But all the live stuff we've done is down here. So if you ever want to find any of the shows that we've done live, that's where you'll find them, just down in there. Okay, and then obviously in that same section you've got Tuesday's Q&As. This is the one me and Steve tend to record on a Tuesday afternoon. It's usually mine and his questions. Saturday morning, so obviously tomorrow we're going to be doing the live show 9 till 12. Okay, so you can find that down there. All the questions for that you want to post in there. And then the monthly one, which is the first Tuesday of every month, which is our fun night, if you like, that is down in the Tuesday night live section, just down in here. Okay, not a lot has been happening with Flo, to be honest, at the moment. We really need to get her moving, guys. She spent far too long in one area. We need to get her moving, and moving quickly. Okay, so if you are interested in having Flo, please contact the guys who've got her at the moment if you're nearby, and we can get her moving around the world, because she seemed to have got a bit stagnated this last couple of months down in one particular area. So we're going to get that one moved on. Okay, and then generally down into the actual normal areas as we go down. So we've got the group builds going on at the moment. Obviously the big in Japan one is the huge one. We've got 170 entries on the go there. We've got 20 finished. So if we just have a look down in here, so we've got Kevin has done a very nice in-flight display of the Tamiya Zero. Okay, very nice job done on that one. Great job by him. Fantastic. Nice way he's weathered into the decals as well, cutting them in. Okay, so nice, good, clean build on that one. Well done to him. And what else have we got? Something a little bit different, and that's what we're saying about this group build. We have got a little bit of everything down here. That's why I jumped down, because I've already been through these photos. So Sean's done. This is the F1 Valkyrie, 148 scale. It's one of the Hasegawa I make him, isn't it? Yeah, Hasegawa. Okay, so again, something just a little bit different. As I say, I quite like it. This is like what I describe it as an F14 thing. But as you can see, very nicely done. Fantastic work on that one. So congratulations to him. We'll just pick out a couple more. Okay. The old push me prop system down on this one, the Shinden. And this one is by Simon. So well done, Simon. Beautiful job on that one. Fantastic, nice weathering on that one as well. So congratulations finishing that one. I'm just trying to pick out some more weird and wacky ones. Oh yeah, I had to mention this one. Sorry, go back to the top. Sorry about that. Paul, obviously working with the girls to do one. They did say, you know, he noticed a bit of fun and not an entry. Well, it is an entry because it does count. Because as I say, all the youngsters are more than welcome here on the site, and they did a great job doing these little guys. So well done, girls, absolutely fantastic work, and you will get a medal for that. Okay, and what else have we got? Wayne Hillman. I think we've already looked at this one, to be honest, but always worth another look. I think we saw it on one of the builds the last time, but great job on that with the Gundam. We've got plenty of Gundam still to come. If we just go back again, what else have we got? That's another Valkyrie, different things. I'm just trying to look for something a little bit different. I say, I know some of these we've been through before. Yeah, I'm sorry we've done that one before. Just trying to find the weird and more wacky ones. We have got some great stuff coming through. Okay, but as you can see, plenty of entries coming across the finish line already, which is absolutely great to see. And we'll just have a look at this one because I'm doing this kit as well. Okay, this one's quite nice because it's in the grey camo. I'm going to be doing the same kit, just the wraparound camo and the special markings. When we get to the top, loads of photos. So Mark did this one. This is Mitsubishi F1. Beautiful job, very nicely done, as you can see.
Great job on that one. Again, I think we mentioned that one before. All right, so got that one going on. So the best of British, we've got 70 on the go on that. This is a SIG, so remember, SIGs don't get medals. Okay, obviously there'll be a reveal video, but obviously we have quite a few of these, 4 or 5 or 6 even a year. So we do these a little bit different. So just finished in here, we've got a Mark 10. So Lars has done the Mark 10, which to be honest is what I'm working on today, which you saw a minute ago. So mine is well on the build with this one. Very nicely done. Done a great job with the nice block camo. Can't call it splinter really, what you quite call it on these. Okay, some very nice work on this one right the way through. And it's amazing how people are doing different approaches to this front armour colour, as I say. But very nicely done on that one. Looking forward to getting on with mine. So we've got a nice tadpole. Beautifully done, very nice display on this one. This one's Ian, so well done Ian, that's a fantastic work down in that one, really coming along very, very nicely indeed. Some great stuff down in there, beautiful done, love the mud effects as well and the oils and everything else, really a very, very nice build indeed. We've looked at some of those before, I'm not sure if we've looked at the warrior before. Something a little bit different. So John, he's done the actual warrior. Beautiful job. Nice to see with the chipping work and the wear work coming through for the standard green camo where it's been overpainted to take it into the more desert look. Okay, so very nice job on that one. Well done to him. So you can see we've got plenty going on at the moment. I know a lot of you are talking obviously about the group builds which are coming up. One thing to remember is this is all of our group builds up to 1999, and then the ones previous to 1999, if you click down here, are all in here as well. So we got the Southeast Asia ones, and these go back a long, long way down in here to, I'm just trying to see, when have we got some of the early ones? I'm just looking, these are all 09, 08. Southeast Asia ones was in 08. Various things. Okay, so if you are wondering if we've done that type of group build before, that's, as Hans pointed out in the forum, never say never. We're quite happy to go back and look at these things again. But from our point of view, we're just trying to keep things fresh and something to new to look at. But if you have got any ideas, we just drop down there again. We have got a little thread running at the moment, which is up here, I think, in group build chat. And Hans has done one, or Steve's done it as well, and we will talk about for next year's ideas what you would like to actually see, and we've got some great little things about that as well coming up, some good ideas. Obviously we are kicking off next year as a SIG, which is going to be the actual A10 Thunderbolt or Warthog SIG. That's going to be the first one, but you guys are posting down there what SIGs and group builds you'd like to see, which is great because it gives us a nice idea of what sort of tickles your fancy, so to speak, and we can go through it all like that. So usual bits and pieces, as you can imagine. Remember, we've got the various centres down in here as well. So obviously we've got the Modelling Help Centre, so you've got your tutorials in there, the reviews, research, photography, Cheapskate Corner, and all the other bits and pieces down in there. The paint section, obviously this is growing all the time, so that's down there as well. So obviously, you know, we can go through the things about that one, airbrushing, weathering, stuff like that. Your work in progresses, okay, and everything else. And we've obviously got all the things going down there, and the buy and sell area. Remember guys that if you have got something in the buy and sell, let us know once it's sold and we can take it out for you, okay, and we can delete it and clean up the thread so we haven't got old posts and that running around down in there. So there we go guys, that is how the forum's laying at the moment and all the rest of it. Remember, check back every day in the today area if you haven't gone on the main site, because as I update obviously the daily builds, the vlogs, the various bits and pieces, that will all be in here as well. So obviously if you were clicking on like Wednesday's one, you can see obviously there's the actual video of the vlog, and then obviously I put up some good quality high-res stills of the build, and then obviously for that build which you can go off and have a look at as well, okay, for the full build about doing that one. So if you want to go into that one, you can go in and see it that way. So there we go guys, that's it from the forum. Now back over to the studio.
So there we go, and now I have a confession. The confession is, this is what happens when you've got too much going on at once. Obviously we've got the old computers upstairs. I've been using that for editing the reviews. And the new one's been doing all the others' work. To be honest, I did review this totally yesterday. We had it all done, no problem at all. Finished it. And then being a numpty, I thought that the review footage for this was on the upstairs computer, just ready to go. No, it didn't. I offloaded it to the wrong computer down here, and when I had my sort of daily clean out of all the old files and everything else to keep things fresh and everything else like that, I thought it was the old vlog footage from yesterday. No, it was actually the footage from that. So I deleted it being an umpty and I couldn't get it back. So unfortunately, I've had to do it again. So this is the second time we've reviewed it. It's still as good a kit as it was yesterday. It is the Edard one. It's very nice, but my only gripe is, as I say in the review, it's 55 quid. You can have the Profi Pack one for 30. You can have the weekend edition for 20. I don't know, it just seems a lot of money for no extras. Well, you're right, deflated flat wheels in this case from a museum exhibit. So again, I think in principle it's all there, but unfortunately it's not quite. Anyway, we are pushing on, as you saw, with the tack and build. So far so good, going together really well. Just a bit weird it doesn't have poly caps for the actual sprocket and the return idler wheel. Don't know, it just, they feel like just like it should have them in there, and there's room for them as well, because when I did the build and the video build, I show it and actually put a poly cap into it and it fits and it would lock, but for some reason you don't get them in the kit. I've taken them out because I thought they know best. There's probably a very good reason, but you know, I might be inclined, if I was to do it again, to use poly caps for those, just to hold them more securely in place, stop them wiggling around and falling out and everything else like that. But we are going to be really pushing on with that one next week. We're going to be really into it in a big way. And then obviously we're either going to start the Gundam, or I might do the Mitsubishi F1 and keep the Gundam back a little bit because it's going to be a bigger build. Not too sure on which way I'm going to do that. Shout out which one you'd prefer in today's bit on the forum. So do you want to see the Gundam next, or do you want to see me do the camo work on the F1 Mitsubishi? It's going to be completely out of the box, that particular build. Not even going to stick any photo etch, colour photo etch in the cockpit. I was originally, but I'm going to have the canopy closed on it. It's all going to be about the specialist scheme with that beautiful Japanese wraparound camo that they have. So I'm actually really looking forward to those builds. So it's a fresh start, fresh studio, and then obviously fresh builds as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's about it from me. I just got one thing here, which I am going to open live on air because it's turned up and I've got an idea what it is. So I do have to thank Jose Antonio. And you're from Portugal, and I'm hoping this is, otherwise I'm going to be really disappointed, but I'm hoping this is a drink to do with one after this week. But I think he's got a little message here. Whoa. This is where it's not, and it's, I don't know, something else. Right, okay, so let's just pop that out of the way. I was going to do this on tomorrow's show, but you know, hey, you never know. Okay, oh dear, that must take some printing. Dear Phil, just a small gift. Wanted to thank you for the wonderful, informative videos. I hope you like this type of ammunition. For many years, I've been without building any mod orders with your YouTube videos, and the taste for the hobby has grown again. And now I am trying to apply your techniques as much as possible with the little time I have available. My days should have 48 hours. I agree totally. I've also sent you some tourism flyers of my region to spark your desire to visit my country. Did you know that Portugal and England have the oldest alliance treaty in the world, dating from 1373? No, I didn't know that one. Well, I hope you like the gift and enjoy the rest of the team's attention. You should only use it after building. Best regards, Jose Ferrentes. I'm sorry if I've mutilated your name. Beautiful. To be honest, my brother has just come back from Portugal. They had a villa out there. I'll show this to Mel. You know what she's like. We'll be there next year. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Right, okay. Some more there. Right, let's get to the interesting bit. My word. These are the presents we like, although you're terrible. Oh, let's have a quick. I love the little bag. It's gorgeous. Right, okay. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Definitely the right ammunition. Perfect. What can I say? Thank you very much for that. And we will be visiting there. I'm planning on, in a couple of years, I want to do a round the world tour, visiting people and all the rest of it. That's my sort of dream thing to do in many years to come. Right, that's about it from us today. Thank you very much for joining us this week. Next week, I know I say this every Friday, but it should be a nice calm week. Now, Monday is a bank holiday,
And to be honest, I am doing a few bits and pieces. So what I might to do is just tie in a little bit of a vlog, but you will get the next part of the actual FW190 will be up on Monday. So there will be something to watch, so don't fear about that. And then Wednesday, obviously you have the first part of the tack and build will go up, and then obviously we'll make our way with the builds and everything else like that. So remember, please join us tomorrow. It's me and Steve, and obviously join in with us 9 o'clock in the morning till usually around about midday. We're going to be having the usual laughs and all the bits and pieces. Supposedly we're painting tomorrow. I haven't even masked it up or done anything to it since the last time we've touched it. And then Steve's on about us perhaps doing a Bandai kit as well, because obviously we've got to let paint dry and we don't really want to sit and watch paint dry. So there we go, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow on the live show.